I haven't posted for a very long time. I'm back. I'll be posting regularly, promise. This time it's 100%. I'm on this channel at least twice a week. What we're making today is something very simple, easy, could be a very good last minute dish. This is a recipe from one of my Armenian followers, Armenian channel followers, Arusyak. So simple. We have this dish called Tacats Kololak, and the word takel comes from, it means beat. And traditionally they would make this dish with a meat that has been beaten with special instruments. They would beat out the life from that meat, and they use beef. This is turkey. Doesn't matter. I find that turkey is very light and very delicious for this Tacats Kololak. And go to your preference. What you need. First of all, onion is a must ingredient. Mushrooms, shredded, preferably rich cheese, meaning a little bit full fat cheese and creamy. This is mozzarella. You can use any other, even Gouda cheese. Go to your taste and preference. It's your dish, it's your meal, you're the chef. I'm gonna spice it with black pepper, garlic powder goes very well with this dish, chili flakes, red chili pepper an egg, secret ingredient, a shot of vodka. They say that vodka makes this dish more, the meat, more light, and it gives some kind of bubbles. It's an interesting kind of meat. They also call it kufta. I want to skip an ingredient. It's a mayo drizzled on top. I'll see. I may try to drizzle a little bit. I'm not a big fan of mayo in general. And there is flour in the recipe. Salt, I forgot. I'll bring it. And water. That's it. And the best part, there is a thing called food processor that makes everything much easier. Back in the days, they would take I don't know how many minutes or maybe half hour to work with the meat to make it nice, smooth, silky consistency. These days, what we do, best part. I'm gonna put my onions inside the processor, not on the table, of course. So I'll add my onions, a little bit of that cold water. Did I mention the water? I don't remember. We also need cold water. So I'll put the onion, this is too much onion, a little bit of water, the egg, and process a few minutes until onions are no longer in chunks. And we'll go from there. Next step, I'm gonna add everything I mentioned except for cheese and mushrooms, of course. This will go on top of the dish. And this is, I should say, is more of the modern presentation of the dish. Traditionally, they would prepare the meat and then make it into large bowls and cook in water. I do have a tutorial probably about 2 years ago. I had made a video. It's called probably Kololak. I'll put the link down below this video. Try that one as well. It's basically the same thing in a different form and easier, faster. Now I'm adding the meat, spices, flour, and mix it until it's smooth, shiny, silky consistency. And that's it, it's ready. Oven 420 degrees. It's gonna bake 30 minutes. So simple. Most importantly, you want to keep an eye on consistency. And let me grab a spoon. I forgot to add my flour. So what you want to make sure, the consistency is very, very smooth and kind of not runny, but very smooth and soft and also shiny. At this point I still see some of the ground meat. You don't want to see that, so I'll add a little bit more water. It's in the recipe, it will be 1 cup of water, but add it a little bit at a time. You don't want to add too much. Arkacan, and the salt, you'll taste it. I'll taste it a little bit later. But the worst part is tasting the salt for the raw meat. I'll check one more time. It still needs a little bit more mixing. I'll add the rest of my water anyway and mix it. Probably the entire mixing time will be about 5 to 7 minutes. It's easy, you're not the one who's doing the hard work. Now this is ready. I can see it's ready. Let me quickly taste the salt. It's okay. It's fine. And what you do, you don't have to. And by the way, if you're going to make it the traditional way, I highly recommend to set this in fridge at least for 2 hours, so it gets kind of set and it's easier to make the balls. But if you're making it in a baking pan, first of all you need to oil the pan generously. Aka, can you turn off the toy? Both the bottom and the sides. I want you to look at the consistency of this meat, how shiny and smooth it is. That's what you need. So let me scrape this down very quickly and we'll continue. Let me get my scraper. Perfect. You're gonna smooth this out nice and even, just like so. And then all those mushrooms, sliced mushrooms, go to your preference for mushroom kind. I have white mushrooms, portobello will work just as fine, or oyster mushrooms, any of your favorite. That's that. Mushrooms will go on top. Cover it generously and nicely. And one thing I want to try doing is putting the mushrooms on the sides. So this is, by the way, a springform pan, and you don't have to use a springform. I'm just trying to do an experiment here to put the mushrooms on the sides as well. It may not work, it may work, you never know until you try it. So let me put the mushroom slices. Let's see what happens. Let's see. And the rest you can simply sprinkle, these are not sprinkles, just place the mushrooms on top. I meant to say you don't have to do it nicely because it's gonna be covered with shredded cheese, just like so. If you want to add some of your other favorite vegetables, I'd go with peppers, why not? But my people, my meat eaters who's gonna enjoy this meal, they don't like peppers or tomatoes, so I'll skip those. But that's a good idea to add more vegetables on top. And one more. This is here. Cheese goes on top, and per her recipe, she drizzled the top with mayo. I don't know, it may have some purpose, but I don't know. I just always try avoiding mayo for some reason. I'll follow the recipe, okay? If she took her time, send me a recipe, I better follow it, okay? I don't know how else I could sprinkle mayo. This is the only way. Just like so. half a tablespoon should be enough, I'd say. Into the oven for about 30 minutes. Let's see what happens. On center rack. Nothing, it's not ready yet. Hold on. Someone ordered pizza and can't wait. Can you close it nicely? Tacats, aydınız. Barçasra paki. Okay, so this cooked about or baked about 35 minutes. And since my spring form was leaking, I forgot to put the foil around it. Be sure to do that. Fortunately, I was able to quickly put this old baking pan on the bottom. What I'm gonna do, I would suggest to let this set, I'd say at least 5-10 minutes to kind of come together, and then we'll go ahead and slice it. Let's see what happens. Smells so delicious. If I didn't mention, you don't have to use a spring form pan for this. Any kind of baking pan will work. And best thing, this is something you can make ahead of time, like prepare it and then place it in your fridge. And when your guests arrive, before they arrive, I mean, about 35-40 minutes before they come, you can, this looks so interesting so far. I can't wait to taste it. And I personally would prefer this with some fresh tomatoes, herbs. Go to your taste. Let's see. Let's take pictures first. Okay, the pizza is ready, and I decided to remove all the water, to release the water, and place this on a cake plate. It will look and be more presentable. I decided it slides out very easily, so why not put it on a cake platter and put some vegetables and greens around. That's a good idea. You don't have to. This looks much better, more appetizing. And what you do, you simply slice it, just like so. And let's see. Yes, it looks very well done. So delicious. Let me take a bite and then talk about the taste. And I pour some red jalapeno pepper on top, just to garnish, and I like it spicy. And you turn off the phone when you eat something yummy. Right, Alka?
Right.
Right? It's too much cheese, huh? Wow. So light, so fluffy. Arnak, you're gonna love this thing. He doesn't agree. You guys wanna eat your pizza? So delicious. Try it. Let me know how you liked it. Look how good this looks. And so yummy. So good. Full recipe will be on my blog at heghineh.com. Link for the recipe below this video. Let me know how you liked it, and I'll see you soon. And yes, thank you so much. Արուսյա Կաթայան ջան, ապրես, շատ շնորհակալ եմ, շատ համեղ բաղադրատոմսեր. That's it. I'll see you soon. So good. So delicious.